You're right. No, I don't have. No, I'm not a big time guy. Good morning, y'all. This is the Positivity Push with Antonio Santoro. My guest, Steve Jake, a vet in the industry.
Wake up!
I'm super excited. Waking up and winning with us. Y'all know what to do. Share this broadcast on your social media, on your Facebook, and push the positive vibes this morning, y'all. It's going to be a really good show. And there's the intro, y'all. Y'all know how it is. All right, let's.
Oh, I like this.
Come on.
It's uplifting.
Yes, that's what it's about. That's what it is. All right, so we've shared. We're about to get this on and popping. Good morning, Winston. Y'all share this broadcast. Here we go, y'all.
Oh, yeah. It's that music you can't help but smile.
Right. Good morning. Welcome to your winning weekend wake-up call. This is the Positivity Push with Antonio Santoro, live here on 103.5 FM WCOM, Chapel Hill and Carborough's Community Radio. Are you ready to be encouraged, inspired, and empowered? Well, you're at the right place. You can join us live on Facebook.com. You can just click on the multi-million-dollar face of Antonio Santoro here, and you can just join us here in the studio. I got a credible guest. Steve Jake is in the building. Steve Jake, good morning, sir.
What's going on, good brother?
Good morning. So listen, it's going to be a good, yes, it's going to be a good show. So y'all sit back, relax for this next hour, and be positive.
Trolling, man.
No, we're doing all right.
I see you doing what you're doing, man.
I'm trying.
Hey, this brother's doing his thing.
Good morning.
Facebook.
Good morning.
Facebook, share this.
Share this
word.
Come on. So you got somebody to do this for you because, right? Like
we're doing it too.
Really?
Don't get it twisted.
Really?
Nah.
Y'all don't have you have an engineer?
We're still doing this. Now listen, when you talk about the syndication and the Tom Jones, we doing this.
That's what's up.
We're doing this.
Very cool. So y'all listen. I know you doing all that, right? So y'all, for those that don't know, this is Steve Jake. He is a vet to this, right? And it is an honor. And it's been a long time coming. I should have played same code. No, it's a long time coming, y'all.
It has been.
But
we here.
We are here. I'm so excited. Listen, that just shows, and I put that in the notes as well. It just shows the demand on this dude. He's everywhere. That's what it is. Let's be very clear.
I'll let you talk, brother.
Let's be very clear.
I'll let you talk.
That this dude right here is in demand, and I'm super excited that he chose to wake up and win with us, get the crust out of his eyes, and be here this morning with us.
It may still be there.
Yeah, well, that's
don't
okay.
judge.
That's okay.
Don't judge.
That's okay. I put you far back for a reason, so they don't see the crust in the eye. No, that's it. Good morning, Alexandria. Good morning. Y'all share this broadcast. We're pushing the positive vibes this morning. Hope y'all are doing well. Thank you guys for joining us. Slow and steady coming on. I appreciate y'all for joining us this morning. Again, my name is Antonio Santoro, and this is my man Steve Jake. He is from The Light 103, The Light, which is
0.9.
103.9, sorry. 103.9, The Light. And I'm telling you, he's got his own thing going, and I love it. I'm grateful that he's on. He shines his light and uses his voice over this microphone every weekend, and that's what we're going to be talking about this morning. We're going to talk about how you can use your voice. You can use the power of your voice to advocate, to push, and to really live that positive life. What are you speaking each and every day? Because your words create your world, all right? So I want you guys to go ahead.
Message.
All right. That's tweet worthy. Go ahead and get that wordage right, get that verbiage right. And you don't need a microphone to do it. You don't need a platform to do it. What are you speaking to yourself every day and to others? That's really what it is, y'all. So I'm excited to have this dude in the building this morning. It's going to be good. If you've not shared this broadcast, go ahead and do that. We're playing Jasmine Murray Fearless because you got to get past the fear, y'all. It's time to speak up. All right, so let's jump into this. And that was Fearless by Jasmine Murray. You are listening to The Positivity Push live here on 103.5 FM WCOM. I want to welcome all the listeners this bright Saturday morning on 103.5 over the airwaves for your dose of positivity. Thank you for joining me, waking up and winning this morning. Also the viewers, that's right, the viewers on The Positivity Push Facebook page. You can tune into the studio with myself and my guest. All you have to do is go to Facebook, type in The Positivity Push, and you'll see this multi-million-dollar face, and you just click on it, and you'll see that you can join us in the studio. Listen, I'm speaking it. We're talking about using... Not
just 1 million.
Come on, multi-million. That's it.
It needs more than one.
That's it. $1 million an eye. Come on. So we're speaking that thing. That's what we're going to be talking about this morning. We're using our voice, our words to create our world. So if this is your first time tuning into the Positivity Push, welcome to the most positive place on the planet, located in the corner of Chapel Hill and Carborough, North Carolina. This is your feel-good fix. This show and movement is to inspire, encourage, and empower you through various interviews and uplifting music. Thank you all again for joining us this morning. I want to welcome, and the Positivity Push wants to welcome, a fellow radio show host that continually brings his A game. And listen, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be on mine this morning. I'm going to make sure I'm on my A game this morning as well. Thank you, sir. But he's reputable in and outside of his profession as he uses his voice for the good. He's a father and a recent father of the third child, yeah?
Third child, first baby girl.
Uh-oh.
Listen, she got me wrapped around
already,
both pinkies already. She won.
That's it.
She won.
Wow.
That's my baby.
Wow. So congratulations on that. But he's a father, a leader, a successful professional, a mentor, a host, and a speaker, among so many other things and so many other hats that he wears. And he's also very busy. As I mentioned earlier, he has a great demand on his life, and he's very much so called for. His calling is called for. His craft is called for. And again, his name and gift and influence go before him. And he is a brother from another mother, from the 336 area. And truly, that's it, Trey Folk, that's it. And truly inspiring as he continues to soar. It's going to be an incredible show today as we talk about using our voice. And he's going to share his story and provoke you to speak up as well. I'm grateful for his presence. We got Steve Jake in the building. Steve Jake, good morning, sir, officially.
Hey, bro, I appreciate that intro. Listen, I need to take you everywhere I go.
Listen,
just for the intro.
I'll do it.
Have your people call
Come
me.
on, I got it. My people will definitely
I almost
call.
thought somebody else was about to walk through the door. Like, he's surprising me.
All you, man. All you.
But it's a good day, man. I'm feeling good. Excited to be here. I'm glad we connected.
Yes.
It's been hit or miss for months now.
Sure.
But his timing is perfect, and we here.
That's
and today is the perfect day.
Yes, it is.
What better day than today to be positive?
That's it. No other day.
This day. So excited about it, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here, man. I see you doing your thing.
Hey, we're doing
Don't worry about it. No critique here. We're just gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk.
I'm excited.
Voice.
Yes, we're using our voice this morning, y'all. And we want you, the listeners and the viewers, to find your voice and speak your truth. That's what we're doing this morning. But listen, Madonna said it best a long time ago. Express yourself. And we are going to actually play that a little shortly, but I want to go ahead. We're going to play it now, actually. Express yourself, Madonna. So I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. So that's what I was going to say. I was going to play it later. So good morning again to everybody. Thank y'all for joining us. The
Facebook,
Positivity. I know we popping.
I see you viewing.
We're getting there. So this is Steve Jake in the building, y'all. And you're watching the Positivity Push, and we're excited this morning. We're excited. I'm super excited to have you on this morning. It's time to express yourself, and find your way to do that. So, y'all, what I want you guys to do throughout this show, comment and
definitely do that. Yeah, we need those hearts popping off.
Get the hearts popping. Good morning, Miss Portia. Good morning, Harriet. Appreciate y'all for joining us.
Portia, Harriet, what's up?
So y'all share, comment, first of all, and share this broadcast if you've not done so already. Push the positive vibes out. Good morning, Miss Harris. Appreciate you for joining us. Appreciate y'all so much. Yeah, we doing
Shout
this.
out to Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. Listen, come a long way.
Shout out to Facebook.
Come a long way.
Listen, I was about to date myself, but we gonna listen. We gonna hold
okay.
off on that. We gonna hold off on that.
Go ahead.
Listen, so my first year
Yeah.
in college
Yeah.
was like the big launch of Facebook.
Real. That was mine too.
Yeah,
2007, I think.
No. See, no.
Why?
So that's my point. So the first launch was only exclusive
Just for
to
college.
Yeah. No, so this was 2005.
Okay, got it.
It was, man,
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm walking into the dorm room. So I played football. So with some of my older teammates, and I walk into one of their rooms, and they on this computer, and they're like, "Man, listen, we gotta sit down and take this picture. You gotta get on this Facebook thing." I'm like, "What?
Right.
What?"
Right.
So so to see where it is now, and it take off, it's like, man, I remember when
Bishop Godby's on. We got to give Bishop Godby. Steve Jake lifting up the hands. That's right.
Hey,
That's
Bishop,
right.
let me tell you something, man. The seat is still on fire from your appearance here.
That's right. That's right.
Still on fire.
I'm telling you, I was just watching that interview a couple days ago, and I had to it was crazy. So Bishop Godby's on. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate you. We were just talking about you. Good morning, Rocco. How are you?
Hey,
Rocco.
You good?
Yeah.
Good. You had a good week?
Are you on?
Yes, we're on. Yes, sir.
I mean, you have music.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Rocco.
You want me to take your picture?
After the show. That works. Yeah. That works.
Taking pictures
Yeah,
too.
I got a picture of my guest. That's it.
Should've
So-
went to the barbershop this morning.
Oh my! No, you letting it go out. The winter's coming.
It
so
does it.
that's
It does it. Yeah,
That's it. That beard game's strong. I gotta. Mine comes in patchy. I can't do all that.
Well, we're working on it.
Well,
We're working
I'm
on it.
good.
As you get a little older, it goes a little slower.
Is that what it is?
A little slower.
Is that what
a
it
little
is?
slower.
Y'all all youngsters, I remember when the internet was invented. That's what Bishop Godby said, that the internet was invented. No, we remember, that's it, Facebook. The internet's always been around kind of
For me, yeah.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
the Facebook thing, to see it take off now.
Right, oh my God.
Like I said, I was there in the exception when you had to be in college.
Yeah, I was just getting into that.
And
Yeah,
so now
that's
everybody
it.
is Facebook.
Everybody.
That's what my grandma called it, Facebook.
Facebook, that's
Facebook.
it. That's it.
She said, baby, I saw it on Facebook.
Right.
I
I'm
said,
telling
okay,
you.
grandma. Okay, grandma.
Yeah.
Tell them I said
great.
hi.
That's it. So y'all. So join us again. If you've not shared this broadcast, go ahead and do that. Comment. Rocco, say good morning to the people.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, Rocco. He's got his show right after mine. So that's
Rocco has
Rocco.
he has the $1 million voice.
He's been in this game for a while. 30, 40 years, right?
Wow.
Well,
Doing his thing.
I had a little break.
Yeah.
I did.
Here we go. And that was "Express Yourself" by Madonna. What a ideal song to play this morning on the Positivity Push 103.5 FM as we talk about using our voice, finding our voice, using our voice. You don't need a microphone. You don't need a platform to do all that. All you need is your voice. You have a power in your voice. Again, Steve is practically a local celebrity. I'm really grateful that you're in the building because, again, this is Steve Jake, y'all. And it's very difficult to get through his entourage to actually meet him. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, I have. We've connected again through social media, and then as we've come in contact through various ministry opportunities. He's been at the River Church in Durham, North Carolina. Yes, the River Church.
Bishop Godby, of course,
yes,
my
Bishop
guy.
Godby, yes.
Love him to life.
Yes. So the River Church, he's been there throughout, and he's going to be coming back very soon. Again, I'm sure. Again, we're speaking our words and we're doing that thing. So, and we've crossed paths many times, and I'm grateful again. He's been nothing but gracious and kind, and as I mentioned, his big heart and influence go before him, and not to mention his style. Like, he comes in killing the game with his style every time I see him. So, listen, y'all. I can't really formally introduce. I can't speak on him anymore, but. His bio says it all. He is actually the generation's voice, and that's so key. Like, when we were talking about that, we did a pre-program call last night, and we were talking about the show topic, and I was like, dude, your bio says the generation's voice.
You can't make it up.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Like, there's a reason why this is happening right now. You can catch Steve Jake on the airwaves using his voice and platform to entertain a multiple audience Steve Jake's signature style is contemporary enough for today's generation, yet traditional to still connect with the young at heart. Listen to your favorite nephew, cousin, brother, Steve Jake, every weekend evening on the Triangle's inspiration station, The Light 103.9. His core is whether it's thousands on the radio or standing and speaking in front of hundreds, the multi-talented Steve Jake uses his many gifts to impact as many as he can. That's what we're supposed to do. I love that. After any interaction with Steve Jake, you are left both laughing and thinking. Through his contagious energy and passion, he lives to inspire and leave his mark. That's what he does, y'all. Steve Jake was graduated from North Carolina Central University 2009 and received
and got a big one today.
They're playing the
Aggies. It's
That's
big today.
right.
It's big today.
Uh-oh.
I'll be there.
All right. Received a bachelor's in arts degree in communications, radio, and television broadcasting. And Steve Jake is happily married to his high school sweetheart and the proud father of 3 children. Oh, no, 2 young kings and 1 little princess. My bad. They are driving his inspiration, and he continues to inspire the world. Y'all, again, welcome Steve Jake to the building, to the show this morning. I'm so grateful. So let's jump into this. I'm just going to go ahead and hit this now. The generation's voice. This generation's voice. What is that? What's that mean? If you were to, what do you? That's a big call. That's a big mantle.
Yeah. So for me, when I got into this space, it became quickly apparent to me that there was kind of this segregation, even within this community that I'm in, where you had the younger generation feeling unaccepted by the season. You gotta be careful how you use old.
That's
these
it.
days.
That's
be
it.
careful. Come on,
can't
now.
say old.
The season.
That's right.
And so I just felt led to be the bridge for that gap. And for me, I think it's important that we allow this generation to have. It's so funny and so interesting that we're here with this, speaking about voice, to have a voice, because oftentimes they feel muzzled.
So true.
They feel as if that what they have to say, their thoughts, their ideas and beliefs won't be taken seriously, won't be considered due to their age, lack of experience.
Sure.
But what I found at times is that, listen, when you allow them to speak and use their voice, listen, you'll be so surprised at just the refreshing, the revelation that they have.
Yeah.
I liken it to the passing of a guard with David. David was this young, cunning king who was ushering in a new movement that was necessary for the time.
Sure.
And so that's nothing against Saul, that's nothing against the seasoned generation. But this new generation is ushering in something new, that's fresh and that's needed right now.
And what I love about that, if I may, is the younger generation is learning so much from the previous. So David learned so much from Saul, the good and the bad.
The good and the bad.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing. Not only are they providing they're providing that wisdom, is what I'm saying. In this generation, that's what I love, is that we can glean from the previous generation, and that's what that fresh.
So that's where I am here at the Gap, kind of that mediator that I find myself, being able to interpret. That's the word to use. To be an interpreter. Where the younger generation feel as if they don't understand the season don't understand the younger generation. Here is your nephew Steve Jake, kind of being that interpreter to bring it all together. And it's been a blessing.
I love that. Powerful there, y'all. So listen, Steve, when we talk about finding our voice, what's that actually mean? Like when we say finding our voice, where's our voice been hiding?
So that's good. And when you say finding means that it's there. It is present. And so we all have a voice. But for me, what I found, and even for myself, being transparent, I think it can be the first place to look is within fear. Fear. Fear suffocates us oftentimes so much from the things that we're called and the things that we're led to do. I would say, listen, speak to fear and tell fear, hey, listen, you got to be moved. I got things that I need to do. I have a voice that's inside of me, and my voice is going to be the very thing that's going to usher and that's going to create a path for myself. But I think that we all could agree, especially in 2018, where comparison is so rampant, because truly at the flick of your thumb, you could see the family Christmas photos now given the season. You can see during the summer the beach photos and this and that. And so a lot of this stuff indirectly and subliminally, it suffocates us.
Sure.
And it has us kind of secluded to, I'm not good enough, or they don't listen, or they wouldn't understand. So as far as finding your voice, number one is saying that finding your voice would indicate that it's there, that it's present.
Yes.
You know, because you can't look for something that's not there.
That's it.
But typically and oftentimes it's hidden within fear.
Yeah, that's so good. And again, like that fear is what muzzles us, right? And that and that's that comparison as well.
Yeah.
I mean, and little do we know that they got that filter that is hiding every blemish and making sure that, you know, because this generation loves a good filter, and we want to make sure everything's on and popping before we post. I
think one thing too, man, that's interesting to note too, and it's something that I dealt with very early on is be cautioned to compare, because our voice at times is the necessary voice that is needed, that is required. Yeah. And so we oftentimes compare ourselves to other and their voice and their truth. But yours is necessary. Sure. You know, I would look even in my profession at some of the people that do it on a scale that I'm not quite at. And I would say, man, listen, I'm just not good enough. Or man, I wish I could do it like that. And so even when people would, you know, ask me to come and MC and host and be a part of their event, I would oftentimes feel like, man, listen, I don't know if I can do it as big as so and so and so and so. But one day, it just came deep in my spirit that, listen, Steve Jake, if they wanted so and so, if they really needed so and so, then they would ask so and so to do it. No, bro, they asked you because they want Steve Jake. They want Steve Jake's truth. They want Steve Jake's voice. And so that blessed me. And so to someone out there today, I'm sure you're dealing and feeling the same way, that if the situation required the X person, or the situation needed the X person, then the X person would probably be in that spot. But it wants and it requires you. Right. And so your voice and your truth is enough. And so it's necessary that we use it and we don't allow fear and comparison to muzzle.
Powerful. What's your story, man? Like, what is your story? How did you rise to this place of being confident in your voice?
Trial and error.
Okay.
Overcoming fear.
Yeah.
I think we all deal with this beast, this demon that is fear. But for me, once I really stepped out there, and I'm a firm believer that, you know, when your back is against the wall, that's when you fight the hardest. And so I try to put myself in areas. I try to put myself in a space where I have to strip all excuses. Sure. I have to strip all crutches. And when I leap, there's no net under me. Right. And then at that point, once I do that, that's when I perform at my best. Wow. Because when we have those outliers and those things, those safety nets, I mean, it's easy to do things. And even then, if we're being honest, when we do them, we don't do them at 100% because we know we have that net. Yep. And so for me, anytime I jump in or anytime I do something, man, I try to eliminate all of that, and so that I have to perform at my best. That's awesome. You know, I take every event is Super Bowl for me. It's the last one.
Ooh, every event.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's the last one.
I love
it's the last one. It's just not a regular season game. It's the Super Bowl.
Right.
You bring your A game. For sure.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, and to remove those safety nets.
Remove them.
That's it. That's a
this
good.
Is it.
And even, I mean, I know we're jumping ahead and talking about strategies, but what's an example of a safety net, would you say?
Taking the safe route.
The plan B, right?
Yeah. Or just taking something that you know there's an out in it. You know, if it was to fail, you know, if I was not able to do it at a level that I know I'm called to do, if I do it here, at least it won't be. No, go all the way. Go all the way. Go all the way. Listen, one of the things that I try to live my life by is fail hard, man. If I'm gonna fail hard. Fail hard. Like if I'm gonna fail hard. Yes. Like I don't want to fail at just 25% because I'm still leaving that 75% out there of the what if. So if I go, bro, I go. Go hard. Go hard.
That's it. That's it. So we're seeing in society, we're seeing a lot in society today, people speaking up. You got the Me Too movement this year. You got women. I mean, this election, you know, people are speaking up and people's voices are being heard, and you're seeing a rise in women's rights. And so I want to ask you again. It's no secret. People that know me know that I live a very diverse life. Most of my guests, if you go through the Positivity Push, website, you'll see that most of them are from a different cultural and racial background. So I say this.
Hey, bro, we know you got that soul.
I got listen.
That soul in you. That soul is in you,
That's
bro.
it. Don't let the skin color fool you.
Hey man, you like that fried chicken
That's
and waffle?
it. Come on. But with that being said, again, I ask with sensitivity and maturity. As a black man in our society, has it become easier or harder to use your voice of influence in this day and age?
I'll say easier, just given the different platforms that you can use to literally speak. But when there is more and a greater platform and more variants of ways of doing it, and then obviously there's also more variant ways to come against the backlash and the negativity as well.
Sure.
So easier, as in literally doing it,
Sure.
yes. But the situation and the issues that we have still are here, if not much more.
Yeah,
before.
yeah, with just the divisive nature of our society.
Yeah.
And again, it just goes back to exactly what you were saying, was our voice is found in that fear. You know, no matter the divisive rhetoric, the divisive talk, you know, you may feel a little trepidation. Your voice may shake a little bit, y'all. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, your voice may shake, but there can be a still small voice. There can be a shaky voice, and it's okay, right? And so I want to just go ahead and encourage you that even if your voice is shaking, you're speaking, you know, and that's what's so powerful. And so even if there's such a divisive society, you're speaking up, you're advocating, and that's powerful. And we measure principles and patterns, and so based on the patterns of history and our current patterns, where do you see the voice of the minority today? You know, is it predominant, equal, like as you're growing? You know, again, I love what you said about the platforms. We have, again, we got a radio show host in the studio here, and you don't need a microphone. You don't need a platform. You don't need a radio show. You have a voice, you know.
Hey, the post button.
That's it.
The post is powerful. Post is powerful.
Yeah.
Message.
That's it. Message. That's
the
good.
post is powerful.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, it kind of goes back to, and I hate to, but to what we talked about earlier as far as the generational gap, and that, you know, oftentimes the seasoned will say that the younger generation is not listening.
Sure.
So to bring it together, when we do post, we may feel like, will it resonate? And so this here, what I'm about to say, goes to both of those pieces, is that, you know, it's one thing to say something.
Sure.
You know, it's one thing for the season to speak to the younger generation. That's one thing. But it's another thing to say the right thing. And so that's what we have to be mindful of.
Yeah.
And I asked them, you know, it's one thing to speak to them, but are you saying or asking the right questions?
Yeah.
So when you do press that post, are you saying the right thing?
thing?
It's one thing to just say something.
Right,
And that is.
right.
So that's the initial hurdle is to speak. Yes.
That's it.
Yes, and you should.
Yeah.
But then next we have to move in, well, are we saying the right thing?
That's
Are
it.
we saying things that are going to resonate? Are we saying things, are we planting seeds that are going to generate the proper harvest?
That's it. You know, what are you using? I mean, again, I say this before on the show. We all have an influence. What are you doing with it?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
what are you
We all have a
doing?
voice. What are you
That's
doing
it.
with it?
Right. We all have a voice. What are you
Yeah.
doing with it? Powerful. So, the generation's voice. You know, if you were to speak on this generation today, you know, are you a millennial? May I ask?
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Come
So
on, now, I'm still with it.
Listen, I know Facebook.
Maybe
coming
not
in
this
with-
generation Y, Z, X,
Yeah,
or whatever
and,
letter
A,
we
B,
on.
C, D,
But
right.
I'm in millennial.
I feel you. So speaking on this generation, the younger generation, and being that bridge, as you mentioned, if you were to speak on this generation, what are they saying?
I think right now what they're saying is it's time for us to consider. And so when you say consider, that can obviously branch off into other things. But it's time for us to consider another way to do this. Consider another way to say that.
That's good.
And not to say that the way that we do it now, or we have done it in the past, as if it was wrong. But it can be enhanced. You know, we talked about how technology and how we have so many multiple platforms now. And so that's what this generation is saying now. Let's use what we have created with what has worked in the past, and let's bring this together. Let's form and let's create something that's relevant to today's time.
Yes.
So consider. They're
That's
saying
it.
consider.
Consider, y'all. I love this, y'all. This is so good. Steve Jake, my guest this morning, dropping powerful stuff already. Loving it. We're gonna jump right back into this interview with my man Steve Jake after this next song, "Secrets" by Israel Houghton, featuring. Have you heard this song?
Israel.
I love
Shout out to
this.
Israel.
I love
He's a
this
cool
song.
brother, too.
Yes, is he?
Cool,
Yeah,
cool brother.
Listen, he just came out with this project recently, and I fell in love with this song.
Yeah.
You got to take the mask off. You got, like you were just saying, we got to enhance what we're saying. We got to enhance what we're saying, and just consider, right?
Yeah.
So y'all, we'll be jumping right back with Steve Jake right after this next song, "Secrets" by Israel Houghton.
Hey, this entire album is.
Oh my gosh, so good, so good.
Yeah.
All right, y'all enjoying this? I'm loving it. If nobody else is,
Facebook.
I'm loving it. Thank y'all for joining us
Hey, you
again.
gotta share
this
this.
is good. If you've not
Hey,
done
my
so,
man Antonio's
do
working hard in
this.
here.
Listen,
Share this.
This is it, y'all. This is it. So good. Thank you, sir. This is so good. I mean, you see this, like, this is what happens when nuggets are dropped, notes are written. And
Hey, Bishop, you got a note taker.
Listen,
Bishop, you got a note
the
taker.
gift of the scribe. That's what I do. I just scribe away, just write away. So,
Good stuff, man.
yeah, I'm really grateful. Again, it's so good to have a man on here that really realizes not just what are we saying, but how are we saying it, and what are we doing with our influence? What are we doing with our voice? You know, this man right here has every opportunity to say some reckless mess. You know, we all do.
Oh yeah.
But again, he used, as I mentioned in his intro, using his influence for good. You know, his influence goes before him. His voice goes before him. When they say Steve Jake's name, they know what's coming with it. And that's what I love. But that's what I'm saying.
Come on.
And that's what I'm saying earlier when you were talking about even the fear that you were talking about, how, you know, I may not be able to do it as good as this person or that person.
Yeah.
But there's something, you know, the Bible says we're unique. We're peculiar people.
Yeah.
You know, a royal priesthood, a chosen generation. And you're peculiar. You know, you are peculiar. Just like this person, just like Rocco's peculiar, I'm peculiar. We're all peculiar. And we all carry that same, that different gift, you know? Yeah. So again, when I say this man has demand on him, they have a demand not just on his name. They have a demand on what he carries. And I'm grateful again that he's here this morning. So good stuff, y'all. Good stuff.
Great stuff.
Yeah. So I hope y'all are getting some good stuff out of this. I see some people jumping on. Y'all share this broadcast.
Share. Shout out to, is that Brenda?
That's my mom. Mom is on.
Mom
is on.
Proud.
She is every Saturday. Thank you, Steve.
You should be proud.
Thank you, Steve. She does. She tells me all the time, I'm so proud of you. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
I'll be
Mom's
seeing
using her
you.
voice.
She's using her voice. That's it.
Come on,
Mom.
Come on.
Using her voice. So that's a great way of putting it. Use your voice this morning and share. Yes, peculiar. Tamika Reed Sims. From Ohio. We got Ohio.
In the
yes.
building?
I love this woman. She's incredible. She's got an incredible ministry. So yeah, y'all, this is good, and I'm grateful for how we use our voice, y'all. How we use our voice. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate you. So while we're using our voice, you can also find the voice of Antonio Santoro in this book.
Plug.
Yeah, I'm shameless, and I don't really,
Ain't
you know.
nothing to be ashamed about, bro.
This is
Plug.
it. So listen, 40-day devotional, catapult. Y'all purchase this. It's on the Positivity Push website, also on my coaching website, and on Amazon. So I'm pushing this thing, y'all. Go pick this up. It's a great Christmas gift. Thanksgiving. Love you, Tamika Reed Sims. Appreciate you. And yeah, this is good stuff, y'all. It's also a journal, so you can consider. Look, consider. So catapult considerations are in this thing.
Yeah.
You can consider after you read, and so y'all purchase that. It'll bless your life, y'all. So I'm feeling good.
It's good.
Are you feeling good?
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here.
I'm so grateful.
What took so long?
I don't know what took so long. I don't know. But listen, y'all, it's a good morning. I think I'm gonna fade this out. I think I am, because now it's just an instrumental piece. Right?
So no, Israel goes.
He continues.
You know he goes. Well, listen, all the tracks.
Yes, he does.
Man.
You're right.
It's hard to find an Israel Houghton song under 7 minutes.
I know.
He goes.
I know he does. So for the sake of time, because I want to jump through the rest of this, I am gonna I'm going to continue to keep this moving. And that was Secrets by Israel Houghton, featuring his lovely wife, Adrienne Houghton, as well. You're listening to The Positivity Push on 103.5 FM WCOM, live here in Chapel Hill and Carborough, with your host, Antonio Santoro, and my guest, Steve Jake from The Light 103.9. Grateful that he's bringing the light to The Positivity Push. He is shining this morning, and we're pushing the positive vibes.
I brush my teeth.
Yeah, hey. It's good. That's good. Brush them. Make sure we're good.
Shining white.
Yes, shining. So we're wanting you to shine this morning as well, waking up and winning with us. If you want to be a show sponsor, I want you to go to thepositivitypush.com, and you can click on Become a Show Sponsor. If you've got an event, if you're a personality, if you have a book coming out. Oh, a book? Really? A book? Speaking of books, I have a book that just came out a couple weeks ago. It's called Catapult. And you can purchase this book. It's a 40-day devotional of inspiration, encouragement, and empowerment. A 40-day devotional to cause the course of your conquering. Did you know that life is going to hit you, right? Life's blows can hurt, but I want you to conquer. You're more than a conqueror. So I want you to pick up this book. You can go to thepositivitypush.com. It's also on Amazon, and you can pick up this book and be inspired by that. Yeah. So if you want to be a sponsor, go ahead and go to The Positivity Push as well, so that you can have your stuff shouted out over the airwaves. All right, so we're going to jump right back into this. First of all, I failed to mention, next week I'm not going to be on the airwaves because it's Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
And before we
Probably
jump in,
my favorite holiday.
Is it really?
It is.
Why is that? Can we be obvious and say the food?
Well, no, see, I thought we were going to go to the obvious.
Okay, which
well, that too though. But I think it is the one time where people do stop, and they really do count their blessings and they're thankful. And so that's the energy that I like to be around.
Sure.
Because let's face it, man, how today is in society is set up. It could be self-centered.
Oh my gosh.
It could be look at me.
Yes.
It's just that time where people really sit and reflect about just how blessed we really are.
Yeah. So what are you thankful for this year?
This year, my baby girl. I'm gonna tell you something, family. So obviously it takes 9 months for her to be here. And so throughout the entire time, hey, listen, I'm telling you, man, you get that girl, you get that girl, do something to you. And so the entire time, like, man, listen, I got 2 boys. She gonna fall right in line.
Right.
Instant. Oh, it's instant. So I'm grateful for my little Pooh Bear, which I call her. But it remains the same. Just life, health, and strength. I know we say that so often, and it's cliche. But this is another year where people that were that I grew up with, or even younger, we lost, and they've transitioned, and they don't have life, health, nor strength anymore. I'm grateful for each passing day. And this, each day is a day to get better and to stay positive.
That is powerful. Powerful stuff, y'all. And I want you, if you're watching on Facebook Live, go ahead and type one thing you're thankful for. Go ahead and do that. We'll give you a shout out over the airwaves. I'm thankful for growth. I mean, who would have thought that I would be a radio show host in the month of 2008? I mean, in the year of 2018. Got my coaching business.
Look good on you too.
I'm trying. I'm trying to be positive, right? And my coaching business and my book. So grateful. So many things. Growth. I'm so grateful for it because he's graced me for such a time as this. So today we're talking about using our voice. We've said so many times that we all have a story, and if you don't use your voice, your story will speak for you. And that's exactly what that song was all about. The previous song is really taking off that mask, stop lying to yourself, and really tell your story. But today, again, we're talking about finding our voice, using it for the good. Are you speaking your story? Are you using your voice for good and not for evil? Because we can do that. Let's be honest. As he said, there is power in the post, and that can be a positive or a negative, but we're going to keep it positive. And there's power in using our voice. So to stand up for justice and to speak up and advocate. So again, that's what we're talking about this morning. I want to ask again, before our music break, we talked about the voice of the generation, the younger generation, and you being that bridge. And then we also talked about, as someone that can be marginalized in the demographic of being a minority. So what ways do you see this growth and opportunity of overcoming with the voice, with using our voice? How can we do that?
Well, first things first, we have to educate ourselves on what is now. I think that's critical. I think that's important.
Educate what is now?
What is now? What is now? What are the issues that we face now, the circumstances that we face now, our situations that we face now?
Yeah.
Because you first, to have a solution, you have to have a clear identity of the problem. You have to. And so we have to come on that. And then afterwards, we have to have a plan of attack. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so all of that ties into using your voice, listening to your voice, with the voice that's inside. I don't know if we touched on that enough here.
Talk about it, yeah.
But the voice inside oftentimes speaks louder than what comes out of our mouths. I think we discourage ourselves more than anyone else can. I heard something that blessed me maybe about a month ago, and I've kind of used it. And any time that I've been able to had the platform to share, I've shared it. But we oftentimes talk ourselves out of things. What do we flip the script and talk ourselves into it?
Ooh, that's good.
Oh man, it blessed me. It was
good.
Listen, how I got it was a little better than how I gave it.
Yeah, that's good right
but
there.
It was good,
Wow.
Instead of talk, because we can easily talk ourselves out of things. I mean, we do that constantly on the daily. Talk yourself into it. So, but to answer your question though, we have to first identify. If it's present day or a year from now, we have to be able to identify what is now.
Yeah.
What is now?
What is now? That's so good, because your now will be different than my now.
Exactly.
And that's what makes us, again, as I mentioned earlier, the peculiar message that we have, right? Like, again, my message can fall in line with Steve's message, but again, it's going to be different, right? Because I have a different lens, I have a different perspective. I have a different
and your voice change.
That's it.
As your territory change, your voice gets louder,
good.
it gets bolder.
Yeah.
So you have to identify what is now.
Yeah. You were talking about the voice within. I love that, and I want to hit on that a little bit deeper. Talk about the importance of, we talk about how we can create change with our voice, advocate, and that kind of thing. But talk about the importance of self-talk.
So I think self-talk is critical. I am a huge self-evaluator. Like I might self-evaluate hourly. Right. Because who knows ourselves better than ourselves? And I mean just stripping ourselves. You have to be honest. Because again, we talked about a little earlier, in 2018, life is hard.
Yeah.
It is. I don't want to discredit it at any point when someone may be going through a season. Listen, life is difficult.
Sure.
And oftentimes, if we were being honest, when we talk about life being difficult, 80% of it is self-inflicting, whether the actions that we actually did or our perception or how we perceive whatever may be going on. And the perception or the perceive comes from us within.
Yeah.
And so that's why you having shows and you doing what you do is so pivotal to where we are in society, is because we need those seeds of positivity.
Sure. We
need that planted inside of us. And so if we believe it within ourselves truly, then listen, anything that's outwardly, anything that's external, it won't affect the internal.
That's it. That's so good. And I love that, y'all. I love that, because again, we oftentimes, as you mentioned, self-inflict our lives with the pain. And let me tell you why. Because again, and I think I've mentioned this before, but every event is a neutral event, right? Every event's a neutral event. We attach the emotions to it. We attach So for example, one thing I've learned through some studying, is that, for example, a divorce, all right? On the onset, it could be a negative experience. But how you frame it, as you just mentioned, the perception really allows you to look at it a different way. Okay, what lessons do I need to learn about myself in this? You know, or it's a brand new opportunity. It's an opportunity. Yes, let's not negate that pain comes with it. Let's not negate that heartbreak may come with it.
Life is real.
Life is real. But again, how you frame that thing really can create your actual the actual reality. Right?
Yeah.
So the perception creates the reality. We talk about that all. Your perception is your reality. That's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true. That's really powerful. So that self-talk, that affirmations, you know, as you said, the assessment of your life, you know, hey, you know what? I get myself together every morning. Like
The
what
true assessment.
That's
We're
it.
talking about speaking truth, the true assessment. You have to be vulnerable with yourself.
That's it. That's it.
If you can't be vulnerable with yourself, it's gonna be difficult to get through anything.
Yeah. You can't tell yourself a lie. Like
No.
again, we say, take the mask off, y'all. Take the mask off, because when you are true and vulnerable with yourself, that's when you can really deal with some things and really push
True
yourself.
maturity. I think that's the true sign of maturity. You can be vulnerable with yourself. That shows growth.
Sure.
That's growth.
Sure. Powerful stuff. So tell the viewers and listeners for us, Steve, that strategies.
We got viewers and listeners.
That's it.
at
Come
the same
on.
time.
That's it. Yeah. In using their voice and influence for good, what are ways? I mean, earlier you mentioned some strategies earlier about, you know, to eliminate the safety net, right? And we talked a little bit more about self-talk and some other things. But what are some other strategies, ways that they can do outside of, you know, you're on radio, outside of your radio job? What are ways and strategies that you use your voice? And then how do you continue to cultivate that? If you don't have a platform, create one, right?
Indeed.
You can
Which
do
is
that.
easier. Which is easy.
It's so
thing
easy.
in time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's so true.
Yeah. So I think some tangible ways would be to first start again within yourself. You know, build that foundation within you in order to be able to say the right thing. We talked about that too. Again, it's one thing to open your mouth.
Yeah.
But it's another thing to say something and have people listen.
That's it.
And the only way that you say something that somebody's willing to listen to is to know what you're talking about.
That's it.
So build yourself first. It's important that you build that foundation that is within you first. Also, you have to, in any time that we do use our voice, you have to use it with some sort of compassion.
Yeah, that's important.
You know, I came across something, or someone shared with me, a wise man shared with me years ago. People don't care to know what you know until they know that you care. And that's important. And
Yes.
even when we talked about and we juxtaposed with the seasoned and the younger generation, that's something that I also use as a tool, as a strategy in talking or mitigating between the two, is that they gotta know that you care.
Yeah. So true.
You have to know that you have a true heart for whatever you're using your voice for. You have to, one, again, build your foundation, but number two, you gotta have a heart for it.
Yes.
You know, it's one thing to just follow the trend and use your voice.
Yes.
But it's another thing when you actually have a heart for it, because it comes through. It resonates.
That's it. It does.
It resonates.
That's
So
true.
so if I had to have some strategy,
That's good.
so to
That's
speak,
good.
number one, build yourself, and number two, have a heart for it.
Yeah, have a heart for it. I like that. Good stuff, y'all. Listen, I'm going to jump right back in with Steve Jake.
That's my Jason. What's up,
Jason, he was a guest too. Jason
listen,
Mahoney
man,
was a guest
I
as
just
well.
moved down the list
So
again.
good.
Bishop
I
Godby,
know, Jason, right.
Steve Jake could be like number 5
So,
on your guest list.
listen.
That's a powerful guest list.
I'm telling you, good stuff. So listen, Steve Jake, we're going to be joining him right back after this song. Start again. Listen, as he said, as we both talked about, life is going to hit. Life is real. It's the real deal. And sometimes it's okay to start again. It's okay to start again. Go ahead and free yourself and say, hey, you know what? I'm picking myself up. If you're going to fall hard.
Hey, fail
hard. And then get back up and start again. We're going to jump right back in with Steve Jake after this song, Start Again by Stan Walker.
I need a copy of this playlist, man.
Oh, it's good stuff. A little different. So we're gonna wrap up after this song, I've got some rapid fire questions I haven't given you.
I'm with it.
It's just
Yeah.
real quick.
I like
Give me
it.
like 1 or 2 words.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna last final thoughts,
Yeah.
pretty much. So that's what we'll do. We got about 5 minutes, and we're gonna wrap it up. So you had a good week, Rocco.
Yeah.
You got Thanksgiving plans.
Yeah, now I'm not gonna be here
I'm not gonna be here next week either.
next
Yeah,
Saturday.
I'm not either.
Becky will probably come in.
Okay, cool. So are you cooking?
We're gonna be going out to the mountains.
Oh, no.
So I'm not sure how
Rocco.
it's
Yeah.
Destination
I
Thanksgiving.
know. It's so pretty out there in the fall.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
That's
So
awesome.
we'll be out there probably from Wednesday till Monday.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah. He's
We
got
have
a
some
he's got a
people.
beach house and a mountain house. So he's living a life.
So where at?
All right, so you know where.
Good morning, Kimberly. Thank you for joining me.
You know
If
where
you've not shared
Marsville
this
is?
broadcast,
So I've
if you've not shared this broadcast, go ahead and share this.
So to speak, like
So
Asheville.
good. So good. Y'all share this
Gatlinburg.
broadcast. Comment, by the way,
That's-
comment one thing that you're thankful
yeah,
for.
that would be
One thing that you're
further
thankful
south.
for
Yeah.
this
The mountains
year.
are big.
What are you thankful
It's
for?
like
And you'll get a
150 to
we'll
200
shout that over the
miles.
airwaves
Georgia,
before we
Virginia.
get off here.
Okay,
So
yeah.
thank you guys for joining me. Isn't this
We're in
amazing?
between
Steve
these
J,
two
the man.
towns,
So
Marsville,
grateful he's on.
Little
So,
towns are small.
So thank you guys for joining me this
The whole
morning. It's a
town
pleasure to have you on. I see
Marsville is
Tanisha
much
on.
bigger.
She was just on a couple weeks ago, y'all. No, last week. Last week.
Where are you
A couple weeks ago.
originally from?
Last week, yeah,
so
Kimberly.
Winston
My
Salem.
family, I love it. My
Well,
family.
Winston's
Me
pretty
too.
good.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So how
Yeah.
have you been?
I've been fantastic. Fantastic. All is well. I will not complain.
Just keep it going.
So yeah, so Steve Jacob, obviously we're talking about finding our voice. He has a radio show on 103.9 The Light down in Raleigh, Radio 1, and doing his thing
You know,
there. Good
this
stuff.
business has changed dramatically.
Oh, come on, I'll say.
Well, you should see what I've seen.
Yeah, oh, I can imagine.
I first went on the radio in 1961.
Good morning, Tanisha. You only appreciate life, yes, family. We got Carnithia family. Love it, love it, love
So
it.
my operations manager has been doing
Love
this
it.
35 years.
Love it,
So
love
he's
it, love it.
witnessed, I mean,
Oh, yeah. Well, I got out in
Yeah.
69 after I got out of the Army. And I got into the school business.
Jesus, yes, come on. I'm thankful for peace
When
this
did
year.
you
Come on,
guys graduate
Tanisha.
and get out of high school?
Come
that's
on.
2005.
Peace. So good.
2005,
So good.
I was back in the class.
Hey, if you haven't got a chance, go ahead and get this
Okay.
book
All
right
right. Wow.
here. It's on the
Right.
Positivity Push
From about,
Facebook, website. All right, we're jumping back into this.
Here we go.
Stand by. We're about to wrap up, Rocco.
Okay.
And that was Start Again by Stan Walker. This is The Positivity Push live on 103.5 FM WCOM. And I'm here with my guest, Steve Jake. We're about to wrap this thing up, but you know how I roll. I love
It's
a
over
good.
already?
I know. Flew by. Flew by.
Wow.
I want to
Too
give
much fun.
I know. So much fun. We got Tanisha on here. She's thankful for peace this year. Carnithia
Come on,
said
peace.
family and Jesus. My mother Brenda said family. Come on. Thankful for your family. I love it. We got some more people on here thankful for some things. I want you to be thankful this week. Gratitude gravitates toward blessings. And we
Oh.
got to understand
Where's
that.
my pen?
Yeah, I know. Come on. When you're grateful for something, that means you're respecting it, and that means it's going to come to you. Let me just go ahead and give you a nugget, a principle. If you want money to come into your life, how are you treating it? And open up your wallet right now, your pocketbook. If you got crumbled up money, or is it nice, crisp, and clean in your wallet? Because how you respect a thing, it's going to come to you.
I gotta get
just-
some money in my wallet.
Come on, well,
first.
come on now. Don't give me that now. No, we're using our words. You're abundant, and you are very, very
Get some in
wealthy.
there.
Come on. So listen, good stuff, y'all. That's just a principle, a nice little nugget for y'all. But yeah, rapid fire questions. I love this. I love.
Always fun.
I know.
Interesting and
yeah,
scary.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. One or two words, if you can. What's your personal soul practice? Personal soul practice.
Personal soul practice, man. That should have been number 5. Warm me up. Warm me up. Personal
That is the
soul
warm up.
practice. Meditation.
Love it. Love it. What do you know about prayer?
It changes things. It's
Yes.
it's real.
It's real.
It's not abstract. It's something that's real.
Yeah.
It's a conversation. It's an invitation. We can go on.
Yeah, we
about
could.
prayer.
We could. What do you hold sacred? What do you hold sacred?
My mind, my thoughts. Yeah. As I get older, I'm beginning to see that you have to guard.
Yes.
Have to guard.
So true. So true. What's the greatest truth that you embrace in your daily life?
Pay it forward.
I like that. I like that. What's your definition of God?
Oh man. I'm trying, family, to do it all in one or two
Just a
words.
few,
I'm trying to do.
That's it.
My definition of God. He's the center.
Center.
He's the center.
I like that.
Not you know, and I know it's cliche to say put him first, but I just feel as if you put him first, after you check him off the requirements, then you move on to 2, 3, or 4. Whereas opposed if you keep him in the center of everything
That's
revolves
it.
around him.
That's it. Where do you feel? Where do you feel most at home or at peace?
Helping, assisting.
Okay.
Listen, we're in the servant's role.
That's it. That's it.
We're in the servant's role.
So
If
good.
you're not serving, then you're not adhered to the role.
Right. What's a lesson that has taken you the longest to learn?
That's a good one. I like these. Send me a copy.
I got you.
A lesson that's taken me the longest to learn. Patience. Patience.
All right. That's a good one right
Still
there.
dealing with that.
Yeah, I'm working it. I'm trying to work that too.
Patience.
And yeah, that's good. Yeah. And then last question: why are we all here? Why are we all here?
To make a difference.
To make a difference. Yeah.
I'm a believer that we should leave a thing better than how it was when we got here.
Yeah.
And however that may be for you.
Yes, so good. Making a difference, and that's what we're doing today, and that's how we're going to end it. I love this. Last final thoughts, Steve Jake.
Hey, last final thoughts. Share this each and every Saturday.
Yes.
This brother's doing something major,
Appreciate you,
something
sir.
positive, and
Appreciate
something
you.
good this way.
Thank you.
Share it, share it, share it, share it, share it, share it, share it.
Thank you, sir.
And I had a good time.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
did.
As did I. As
Had a
did I.
good
And I'm grateful. Again, we have the opportunity to make a difference, and you can do that by using your voice. I am so grateful. Oh, you hear that? That's the outro. That means it's time to go. I can't believe it's already.
Hey, listen, time flew by, man.
Already
You
over.
gotta have me back.
Oh, I got you. I got you. I mean, whenever.
Listen, I feel like we just scratched the surface.
I know. Whenever you got time, whenever I can be fit into the schedule.
It'll work.
Steve
It'll
Jake,
work.
listen,
It'll
y'all.
work.
This is the Positivity Push with your host Antonio Santoro, my guest Steve Jake. Thank you again, sir. Appreciate
No
you.
doubt about it. At the Steve Jake, THE
That's
Steve
it.
Jake, everything, social media, connect with your nephew. I had a good time.
The Steve Jake.
Share
Love it.
Facebook,
Yep,
share.
Yep. So this is our show this morning. I want to thank you all again for joining us live in the studio on Facebook Live. Also on 103.5 FM WCOM and WCOMFM.org all over this globe. You are joining the Positivity Push on 103.5. Always remember to be positive. Stay tuned for Rocco and Music Hall from 9 to noon.
That's a wrap.
That's it.
You guys had a good show.
Yeah, it was
Really
good
was.
stuff. It's easy when you got somebody like him.
Yeah.
Good time.
Easy
Good
when you
time.
got somebody like
Listen,
that.
How did Becky do last
She
week?
did well. She did well.
Oh, good.
You know her.
I know.
Do you mind? Let
Yeah,
me log this off.
Let me
All
get
right,
it.
y'all.
Sure you got
Yeah,
it.
let's do it. Guys, thank y'all so much for joining us. My man Steve Jake here.
Facebook.
Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. Listen, be positive this week.
Great show.
Do something.
Mama
Have a-
Brenda. Thank you.
Yes, Mama Brenda.
Thank you,
Thank
Mama
y'all so
Brenda.
much. And listen, have a great Thanksgiving, y'all. Be thankful this week. Be grateful. Find something to be grateful for, y'all. We got so,
so
many
many
things.
things.
So many things. Yes.
Take a moment.
Yes.
Put the turkey down, put the ham, the dressing, the stuffing,
Get
and
me
take a
hungry.
moment.
Get me hungry. Get me hungry. All right, y'all.
Jason!
Y'all have a good one, y'all. Appreciate y'all. And I will see y'all in a couple weeks, all right? I got Team Light Skin for real with this sun. Team Light Skin.
I
All
can't
right,
say
y'all.
the same. I can't say the same. No.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Be positive, y'all.